Stand by. This is Control.
Hey, what's up guys, Control Slim here once again, aka Slim Cognito, bringing you my weekly and monthly series called The Control Banter here on TheControlBase. It's the weekly, monthly series where I talk about whatever you guys want me to talk about. You guys write stuff in the comments, you comment whatever you want, you ask me questions, you write statements of stuff, and I'll speak about them. It can be a question from how's my day doing, to when my birthday is, to just straight out statements like, hey, talk about trees and talk about walruses, and it honestly doesn't matter. It's whatever you guys want me to do, and then I choose based off of likes and based off of how frequently you guys ask those questions or ask for me to talk about something. I don't even know. Just, you guys know how it works. If you guys don't remember, the gameplay is King of the Hill on Raven Down, and we're playing up against Team Naptime. It's this fake Gears of War clan, quote unquote, that use retros and hammerburst and sawed-offs, and we hate them all because they're douchebags. Oh, and they all use Savage Cannons. So far they won round 1. We've won round 2, and we still have to see what happens now in round 3 if my team wins or lose, and you guys have to pay attention because that's what the video's for, I guess. Alright? So, all the questions and statements and stuff that I grabbed for this episode are from episode number 1. I looked through both episodes, and unfortunately most of the questions and statements and stuff in episode 2 were about judgment and how I feel, and how I feel about judgment now, about how I feel internally, emotionally. And I've talked about judgment, I've talked about my hopes for judgment, I've talked about what I wanted to see in judgment in my own videos and podcasts and stuff like that. So I kind of just went away from that, and it ended up being that all the questions and stuff were from episode 1. So I'm going to go through them really quickly, and yeah, that's what we're going to talk about now. All these questions and statements. So let's get started. Oh, and one more thing before I start, I want to make this super clear that even though I am answering all these questions on my side and my train of thought, you guys, by all means, please answer these questions in the comment section. I'd love to see what you guys think, what your guys' opinions are, and just your general answers for all the questions that I'm asking. And on top of that, comment your next questions for the next video, alright? So make sure you do that. So, starting off, first question for this video is from Mick Swagger, and he asks or says favorite sex positions ... And I could probably talk about a bunch of different sex positions, but I'm just gonna talk about my favorite one, and it's called the prone bone. So if you guys want to look up pictures, by all means go to Google Images or something, safe search off, and search prone bone. You guys can see pictures, or I'm going to explain it right now. Basically, it's a sexual position where the woman lays flat on her stomach with her legs together, and the man is on top on his knees straddling her with just below her butt. So it gives you a nice view, and yeah, if you want to, Google Images it, and you will understand why it's my favorite sex position. Alright, that was a bit awkward, but we're gonna move on. Nobody say anything. So the next question or statement comes from Cheez It Burrito. He says puppies, and Loading God Mode says no, 228. He wants to talk about fucking puppies. Smiley face. So I know Vern wanted me to talk about fucking puppies, and like, and when he says fucking puppies, he literally wants, shut up Navi. He literally wants me to talk about sexual intercourse. He wants me to talk about bestiality with puppies, and I don't want to talk about that. That's not good. It's a bad thing. Leave animals alone. There shouldn't be any type of intercourse or anything like that between humans and animals. It's disgusting. It's not right, and I frown upon it, and so does God. As for just puppies, puppies are fucking awesome. They're cute. They can get you laid. They are very cuddly. And they just make you happy. Like, when can you look at a puppy and just not be happy? Like, be mad and stare at a puppy. It's impossible. There's no possible way to do it. So yeah, puppies are cool, and don't Fuck them. Alright, so let's move on. The next question is from Genolize. I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but he says, talk about aliens. So this is a pretty cool topic. Talking about aliens, they have to exist. We don't really know they exist, but come on, man, like we can't seriously believe that out of this entire solar system, which is the Milky Way, and on top of that, like the universe and just the general galaxy, or is it the Milky Way galaxy? Sorry, Milky Way galaxy, right? Because it's a solar system. It doesn't matter. I don't want to get technical. I'm just saying we can't seriously believe that within our solar system, that not only are we the only organisms within the entire solar system, but we can't believe that there aren't other organisms and life on other planets in different ones. Just to think that is completely ignorant. And the fact that they've found like parasites and like insects or some type of shit like that in Mars or some other planet, I don't even know, it has to show that there's life. There has to be life on other planets. It might not necessarily be some of the planets that we know of now, like within our solar system, Mars to Pluto or Mars to Uranus or whatever, because Pluto obviously doesn't count anymore because it's not a fucking planet. It is a planet because I grew up with Pluto being a planet. Okay? Pluto's a planet. So aliens exist somewhere, and Pluto's a planet. Remember that. So the next question is from Be Naive, and he says, what are your thoughts on gay marriage? So my thoughts on gay marriage is that I believe that anyone and everyone should be entitled to happiness, whether they are heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, trisexual, whatever. If they are truly in love with somebody and they can commit to a marriage and stick together for the rest of their lives, they should be allowed to marry. There's people in this world that are heterosexual that get married and they get divorced and they completely just negate everything that that marriage stands for. And then there's people who are homosexual and they've been together almost their entire lives, but then they're not able to express their complete amount of love and emotion with the ultimate form of commitment, which is getting married. And I'm really thankful and I'm really happy that I am in the generation of youth, I guess, that I'm in, because we are technically some of the first people to actually strive towards a better tomorrow, in a cheesy way of saying it. Like we have a black president for the first time. I'm sure the first woman president is going to be just around the corner. Please, no fucking kitchen jokes, god damn it. And gay marriage is on the rise. Like, people, places, states have been making it legal, and hopefully one day, very soon, within at least the next 10 years, we can have it legal all across the board in all of the USA, and hopefully one day, maybe even the world. We'll see. We'll see what people can finally start believing in and understanding and rationalizing towards. So those are my thoughts on gay marriage. Let it happen. Let people be happy, because as long as people are happy, the world is happy. Right? Does that make sense? Alright. Alright, so the final question comes from, or actually not question, statement again, comes from Bribable Venus 37, and he says, talk about Vern's Twilight cutouts. So Vern's Twilight cutouts, for those of you that don't know, Vern has two cutouts, one of Jacob and one of Edward from the Twilight series, and he has it in a bunch of the backgrounds of his vlogs and stuff. I can't even say vlogs at this point, I'm so goddamn tired and I'm hungry. And to be honest, I'm fucking jealous, man. Like, not only do Edward and Jacob get to be in Vern's presence. Vern is a present to Jacob and Edward. No, presence. All the time. They get to see his sexy face and get to hear his funny jokes all the time. But then Vern, on the other hand, also has people to talk to when he's gaming, because every time I'm gaming, I either have my friends over Xbox Live or Skype or whatever. But if you're playing solo, like you're playing League solo queue, and you have no one to talk to, and there's not going to be somebody in your room like watching you play. It's not like your brother or your sister or your mom or a friend are always going to be over in your room like watching you play. He gets Edward and Jacob in the background, and he's like, "Hey Edward, hey Jacob, stop fighting back there," blah, 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 or something. I don't know. I'm trying to be funny, but it's not working, obviously. But yeah, I wish I had some cutout posters. Not necessarily Jacob and Edward. It's pretty cool. It's pretty funny. I find it hilarious. But some cutouts would be cool. And that's about it, guys. Those are all the questions, all my answers. Thank you again for commenting, and remember, leave your answers in the comment description. In the comment section, and comment some more. Ask me questions. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about in the next Control Banter. I've been Control Slim, aka Slim Cognito. Have a nice day, guys.